Good morning, Oxnard. My name is Alex Burum, the president of the Oxnard Port Hueneme Optimist Club, and right now we're going to take on segment 2 of Election Integrity Project. I'm joined by Linda Paine. She's the co-founder and president of the California Election Integrity Project, as well as Gloria Massey Chinea, who is the director of the Ventura County Election Integrity Project. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alex.
So earlier we discussed a little bit about Election Integrity Project throughout the state of California. Now we're going to move a little bit more to our local county and Oxnard in particular. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the Election Integrity Project here locally in Oxnard?
We need you. We need you. We had a great time. We had over 200 people that we train in the election code, and it's volunteers like you at home, Oxnard residents, Oxnard citizens, that we were able to train and to be able to be observers at the 3 different elections that we had in 2018. So thank you for those who took the step, who took action, and that are willing to take action for the 2020 election. Thank you, Oxnard.
And I'd like to ask you a question. What does it mean to be an observer, and what sort of training does one have to partake to become a member of the Election Integrity Project?
We got you, Oxnard. It's about around 4 hours of training. Naturally, once you go through the election codes, we identify where people need more training, and we gather them again if that's needed. But then we're available through the phone, through the text, through meetings, through gatherings, so we can reinforce the knowledge, because naturally we're not attorneys. We're just people that are interested. It's like you and I together wanting to solve a situation or find out what is the situation actually happening in our election process.
And what we provide for that training are 2 manuals. One is an issues handbook, in which we continue to see that grow. It's the identified issues that we have documented across the state beginning in 2012. And in the issues handbook, we cite the law that governs the procedures that should be happening, and then the steps to take should we see something other than the procedure. We also provide a training manual that has the election codes listed in it, so that our volunteers can take those materials with them, and when they're out in the field, they have something they can look to and verify for themselves, not have to remember it. The important part about our program, which is unique actually to California, we don't see this program happening in the way that we do it in any other state, and that is that the coordinators have the opportunity to call the board, who have connections with attorneys if we need them, but we like to work directly with the registrars so that we give them the opportunity to be aware there's a problem and have the opportunity to fix it. Also in the training, we train our volunteers to complete what we call incident reports. And so it's nonpartisan, non-biased, it's only the facts. Here's what we saw, sign under penalty of perjury, and those reports are turned in, and that's how we create the findings reports.
And I want to add, we are blessed in Ventura County to have a very professional office at the Ventura County offices. The directors and head of those departments are professionals, and they're welcoming all of us to be part of the process and be part of the integrity of the process. So they're open, they sit down with us, and I want to say kudos to them, because they have a lot of work and it's intense. So with that said, I'm grateful, and we all need to be proud of what we have in the elected officials.
And one of the questions that comes up as well is, we have quite a few people that have volunteered to be a poll worker. How is being a volunteer with Election Integrity Project just a little bit different than that?
Well, our understanding beginning in 2012 is that the training for poll workers does not include the law. They put a lot of time into their training for how to manage the polling locations, but very often our observers have a lot more training in the law and what the codes say. And we often hear inspectors say, we hope that at some point they'll see that kind of training with the registrar's office. But it is difficult because we do have a 4, sometimes 5-hour training, and it's difficult for the registrar's office. They often only have a shorter amount of time. But hopefully as we work together and provide the information, we've seen very positive efforts from the registrar here in Ventura County and other counties who will meet with us afterwards, and we can provide the issues that we found. And some counties have actually begun to include some training in the election laws themselves.
Now, Ventura County, it's a large county.
It is.
Can you tell us a little bit about the 2018 elections? I know Oxnard, we had 3 elections.
Alex, it was a lot of work, but it was fun. It was really fun. We had 3 elections, as you mentioned. It was May for the special election, and then we had the primaries, and then we had the general elections. And we went out there and I said, we need you. And then we interviewed each and every candidate and that wanted to volunteer with us, and just assess what their gifts were, and then said, we need help. So we trained over 200 people for the 2018. Actively in different elections, we had certain amount for the 200. In the 2018 general election, we had 88 trained volunteers that had already partaked on the special election and also in the primaries. So they were really gone through several elections cycles, and we deployed those 88 to the 365 polling sites in the entire Ventura County, which means that there are 10 cities, but there's 365 polling sites. And it was fun. It was really fun, and people just documented a lot of the things that they observed, and all of that information is confidential and private. All of that information goes directly to the headquarters. So it was an interesting process. What we wanted to see if there are any things that we can improve, because I feel that that's what we're called to do. We are a constitutional republic of the United States of America, and naturally, we in Ventura County are part of that constitutional republic, and we, the people, can observe. So I'm asking you, please join me, because we already have trainings that are coming on after the middle of January for the March election. So thank you for calling me 805-236-6626, and you can text me and say, hey Gloria, I want to be part of your movement. Thank you very much.
2020 is coming up pretty quick.
Yes.
What are some of the goals and challenges that you see for Election Integrity Project and maintaining integrity in our upcoming elections?
Well, our concerns from 2018 we think will be part of 2020, and that is our concern. The largest number of, I should say the biggest issue that we found in 2018 were the huge number of citizens who were registered vote by mail. They did not receive the vote by ballot. And then a second category of citizens registered to vote in person, went to the polls to vote, only to be told that their registration had been changed to vote by mail ballot, and yet they did not receive a vote by mail ballot. So both categories of people had to vote with a provisional ballot. And a provisional ballot is a ballot that means there's a problem, and it has to be reviewed and checked to make sure that this particular person did not vote more than once. The concern for us is what caused there to be thousands of missing vote-by-mail ballots. So we're working hard now to try to understand that, research that, find out what was the glitch, what was the problem, so that we can do everything we can to provide the information to those who are in positions of authority who can correct the problem before the 2020 election.
Any specific challenges directly to our local area here in Ventura County or Oxnard?
We want you. We need volunteers. My goal is to get 3,500, so you're part of it. I'm challenging you. We have 200, we need 3,500. So thank you for volunteering.
And where can people learn a little bit more about the Election Integrity Project or sign up?
You text me 805-236-6626, and we're going to be having meet and greet events throughout the different counties, parts of the county, where you're going to be able to meet part of the team of professionals and people like you and I being part of our team. So it's just getting the information, getting your family involved, getting other citizens involved, and getting to move, because this is to take action.
And if you want to learn more about the work we've done, you can go to www.eip-ca.com, where we have historic information, references, resources, and it's another way, if you didn't catch Gloria's information, you can reach us through the website, and that information will be sent to Gloria.
And the website is the key information center for EIP. It's not my number, it is eip-ca.com. But you could call me at 805-236-6626.
Well, I want to thank you both for those resources and a great program we have throughout the state, as well as in our local city, Oxnard, and Port Hueneme, as well as the county. Again, I'm here with Gloria. I want to thank you for coming on, as well as Linda.
Thank you.
Thank you, Oxnard.